Well, welcome back to an episode of Just My Thoughts.
I'm your host, Julius Mitchell, and today's episode is called Black Business. We have two very special guests. My first guest is Phyllis Jarmon. She is the owner of two businesses, actually. First business is Cuisine for the Soul. Second is PJ Bakes. Everybody welcome Phyllis Jarmon. Hello, Miss Phyllis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Julius?
I'm good. So tell me a little bit about your business.
It's called Cuisine for the Soul and PJ Bakes. We offer all types of food and all types of baked goods. It's based out of Northern Virginia, and I do shipping.
Well, I'm your son, and I've been eating your food for a very long time. What was the age that you knew that you had a gift in the kitchen?
I was actually 9 years old, believe it or not, Julius. I remember my mother was ill, and I went in the kitchen and started preparing a nice meal for my brother and myself and my mom. And I made potato salad, I made green beans, and fried chicken at 9 years old. And that's when I knew I enjoyed it, and I loved the reaction from my mom and my brother, and I knew that it was good. And at that moment, I knew that I had something special.
Wow, that is awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna get into some serious questions. What do you have to say to my listeners that, they might be starting out small, they might start out of their house like you did? What equipment do you think that they need to start out?
Well, first of all, if you're going to do catering as well, as far as shipping things out, that might be something else that you consider. But you need good pots and pans to cook your meals in. When you go to do an event, you need good chafing pans. You need tables. You need good equipment at home to cook your things, like you need food processors, mixers, good knives, sharp knives, and that will help you do really good in your kitchen to prepare nice meals for your event.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I guess one of the last questions I'm going to ask is about the profit. Most people, they're scared to start businesses because they don't know how much money they're going to have to invest, but that's a part of business. You have to invest in yourself. When you started your business, did you profit right away, or you just had to wait till you got your name out there?
I did not profit right away. I had to do my research on how much to charge per person. You have to know, like, what do they want? It's different dishes that people want,
Right.
and some dishes are a little bit more. So the first time around, you're buying different things that you might not already have. So you're not going to have a profit right away. But maybe on your third or fifth, once you get a lot of products already where you don't have to go spend money out, then you're able to make that profit. Now, one thing I do want to say, always do a non-refundable deposit. That's very important, because I learned is that if you don't do a deposit, somebody could say, oh, well, I chose someone else, and you done went out and got everything. So make sure you do a contract and a non-refundable deposit to cover yourself.
Right. That is very smart advice. Wonderful. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but when I have a special guest on, one thing I do is let them plug their business. So when are you starting back up, your price levels, emails, anything you want to give? Go ahead, Mom.
Well, I'm starting back up in June. We'll be offering where you can put in your order, and we provide shipping all over. It doesn't matter what state you live in.
Okay.
To contact me right now is 850-300-3802, or you can email me at pjjarman1@msn.com, and we will get right to you, whatever you need. Now, prices varies on what you're ordering, okay? And we will get into that as you place your order.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That was very insightful. I appreciate you. And I'm pretty sure my listeners will reach out. You enjoy your day.
Thank you. You too.
Well, welcome back to an episode of Just My Thoughts.
Well, guys, we are back with our second special guest, Erika Williams. She is the owner of Love Light Wellness LLC. Well, let's get right into it.
Hello, my name is Erika Williams, and I am the owner of Love Light Wellness LLC based in Tallahassee, Florida. Love Light Wellness offers personalized doulas, birth doula services, and also placenta encapsulation, birth photography, and just general wellness services for mothers and their families as they're navigating pregnancy, labor, delivery, and also the postpartum period.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. I'm your brother, so I know that, you was into this type of things when you were younger. You did the candy striper
Yeah.
when you was in high school. So how did you know what type of business that you wanted to start?
Well, I feel like I knew we're talking about, late 1990s when I really first got the itch to go into birth work. Back then, I thought that becoming an obstetrician gynecologist was the only way to navigate into birth work. So I spent most of my time pursuing the biomedical sciences. I did do that. I went to school, Virginia State University, HBCU, for my bachelor's degree in medicine, which was awesome. But during that time, I noticed that I did not want to go into medical school. When I did navigate through grad school and then eventually into academia, I really wanted to practice what I taught in the classroom in my local community in Tallahassee, Florida. That's when I decided to pursue becoming first a birth doula. Back in 2018, Love Light Wellness was founded in 2019, shortly after I had my daughter, Sage. So yes, Love Light Wellness has been established for about 2 years now.
All right, wonderful. So I know when most people start their business, they think it's easy. So, tell me some of the things, the legal aspects that you need to consider when you're starting a business like yours.
Starting a business can be a little tedious, a bit time consuming, especially with all of the paperwork and, like you said, the legal aspects that you have to take care of before you even get into public relations, marketing, and all of the glitz and glamour that everyone sees at the face value or the facade of a business. So I was a bit blindsided when I realized or learned that I had to really, outside of apply for a business license, I had to do a lot of paperwork through the IRS. So the very first thing that I did when I established Love Light Wellness was, yes, get that official business or limited liability company through the state of Florida. There are many fees that are associated with that. So, my 9 to 5 job paid for, or currently and did pay for all of those fees to establish the business. Outside of getting that limited liability company, I had to really make sure that my business was legitimate all across the board. And I had to apply for an employer identification number through the IRS. So really every step of the way to make sure that the business was, legit and legal, it did require my own personal funds. And really, most businesses do require that initial or investment
Mm-hmm.
for about the first 1 to 2 years, sometimes longer, depending on what you're doing. But it was an investment that I did not mind because I knew that once everything was settled and, straight from the beginning, we can go into autopilot mode and really get into some real profit. For me, I didn't see any immediate profits. Those came, um, I would say about a year into being in business. And this is after everything was situated, from websites and all of the insurances that I had to get so I can avoid malpractice and being sued.
Right.
So yeah, that came a year later once I started to see the profit.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, did you come up with a business plan before you actually started your business, or did you just jump right in?
I absolutely had to have a business plan. So as you know, I'm moonlighting. I know that's a horrible way to put it to an extent, but a lot of people that have 9 to 5 jobs, that want to become entrepreneurs, they are going to set up their business plan while they have that consistent income from their full-time job. So I would say back in 2017, I started to write things down, kind of like what the Bible says, write it down on tablets so you can manifest it.
Right.
I wrote down my strategy, not as an exit plan to get out of my 9 to 5, what I was going to do over the course of, taking the step by step of the first week, what who would be my website hosting a service. I took it step by step, month by month, and ultimately year by year. So yes, I did have a business plan. And when time allotted, after I became a mother, things really did take off very fast because I did sit down and plan things out. And another thing that I did do to help form my business plan throughout the years was reach out to different consultants. Sometimes, like I mentioned before, you do have to pay some money to invest in quality. I never want to put anything out that was not going to benefit my community, most importantly, and yes, benefit myself. So I would pay $30 for this person to consult me. Sometimes the consultants were free, but they were part of that strategy in forming that business plan.
If there's a young person that wants to start a business like you, what advice can you give them?
I would say that any person who wants to get into business, they should uh, find someone who's very successful in their industry and ask them if they could serve as their mentor. Depending on what type of space that individual has, most people want to inspire other people. So a lot of times when you ask for someone to be a mentor, they will say yes. If you get a no, don't take it personal. Find someone equally as amazing. But number one point of advice is get a mentor, someone that can almost hold your hand throughout your strategizing as you form your business, and that can help you jump over some hurdles that you might experience that they've long, have jumped over.
That was my last question. So, what I usually do with my guests is I allow them to, plug their business, any social media, any specials that you have going on. So, you can go ahead and do that for Love Light Wellness.
Awesome. So again, my name is Erika Williams, and I am the owner of Love Light Wellness LLC based in Tallahassee, Florida, and surrounding areas. You can find me at www.love-lightwellness.com. My Instagram is love_light wellness. And if you would like to email me, my email address is info@love-lightwellness.com. Phone number is 850-508-5326. And you can also find me on Facebook as well, Love and Light Wellness LLC. As far as specials, I do have a springtime special going on for the entire season because now it's my most favorite season of them all. Rebirth, it kind of fits with what I do.
Right.
For the entire spring season, you can take advantage of 30% off on all of the products that I offer. So when you go to checkout, once you select your wonderful products, you're going to put Love Spring as the promo code right before you check out, so you can get all of those wonderful savings.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Williams, for your insight and letting us know what you do. I'm pretty sure that
You're
some
welcome.
of my listeners will reach out. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. You enjoy the rest of your day, and tell my beautiful niece I said hello.
I will. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it, bro.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Our two special guests, we have Phyllis Jarmon, owner of Cuisine for the Soul and PJ Bakes, and also Erika Williams, the owner of Love Light Wellness LLC. Well, until next time, everybody stay safe. Enjoy your day.
Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe.